Hello, bread lovers, and welcome to the Sunday stream. Woo! All right, welcome everyone. All right, in today's stream, I'll be having a little showcase of Luby. I know her from the Japanese version as Ruby. First off, I'll log in and I'll start doing the notice board. And I'll read a description of all her passives and everything. And then later on, I'll have a fantastic Discord member join me online, and he or she, Doctor, is in the chat there as well, will demonstrate Luby out in action, as well as I do a little banner live play of her. If some of you have already watched my videos, you may be familiar with some of my character spotlight videos, but this one, I mix it up a little bit. I'm doing a live stream version of it. So, let's see how that goes. And once I've done that, I'll be doing, as always on the Sunday stream, my community event ones. Well, everyone will jump in and we'll do the dragon event. Well, I get as many points as I can in the short amount of time possible. So here we have Ruby. It's really weird. They've called her Luby. I really much prefer if it's called Ruby because she likes the color red. Now, the Crimson Huntress. A hunter skilled in using fire skills. Luby. Okay, very fire. Sounds more like a water character if you connect the dots there. She is a proud elite, but she acts feminine from time to time. Very nice. Alright, so let's check out some of her passive first off. So, her passive, Red Rose, after dodging successfully, slightly increases fire type attacks for a short period of time. That's quite cool. I don't remember her being much of counter attacks. It's more of your basic attacks, little buffs and stuff. Counter attack whenever you can, and it's mainly charge attack. And then her next one slightly reduces the SP cost of dodging. So it seems all her passives are mainly focused around dodging, and you get that small attack buff. So let's check out her Fury skill here. It seems inflicts tremendous damage to the target in front of you. If the target is burning, the damage will be increased. So this is pretty much the same concept as about Snowchan. If you have your enemy is freezing, you proc that extra damage percent. Her charge skill, Flame Rose, fires a penetrating rose arrow, reduces the flame resistance of an enemy. That's pretty handy. And then her battle charge skill, Burning Stamp, applies a rose mark to enemies within range, and has a chance to apply burning and reduces magic defense. Magic defense, okay. Not sure why it would be magic. I mean, I guess the fire elements, but it'd be better for her to have physical damage defense down. But anywho, let's check it off. And then you have her weapon, which is called Elegant Rose. I reckon this weapon is beautiful. It looks really nice, doesn't it? A noble belt. A noble bow that only famous hunters are allowed to touch. Very nice. Okay, so let's check out her Elegant Rose charge slash Calling Lava. A fitful name. After firing a fire arrow, increases your attack speed and fury damage. That's quite interesting. Significantly increases Fury growth brought by the fourth and following moves of her basic combo. That's not too bad. And then Lucky Last is her passive for the bow. Significantly increases your fire damage dealt. Okay, so that's pretty much the whole sum up of Luby and her Rose. Now, let's go on to the next one. So first off, as always, let's show some fun with you fans. I reckon Luby has some amazing evolution artwork. Here I'll show you the evolution 10. So this is her on evolution 10. This time she's more of a blue character. Not sure if she's a good fire damage dealer, but you have to stick around and find out if she is or not. And then you have her evolution 15. This one she has more of a purple eye, and I love her eyes. Oh, her eyes are so good. Please let me know in the chat down below which evolution is your favorite. My favorite is the evolution 20 that's coming up right now. Oh, please, please. Chef's kiss. Yes, this is the evolution 21 for all you whales out there. You're gonna have to look really hard to get that pretty girl. Okay. The Super Saiyan mode. Third form. Yes, she is very much Super Saiyan, isn't she? She looks the part. Golden Phoenix energy. Okay. Well, that's just rude, isn't it? Oh. Apparently, Super Saiyan form has crashed my client, and it's having a bit of troubles. It can't control the power she has in Super Saiyan form, apparently. Come on. What is happening? You want Crow for next banner? Be interesting. Maybe. There's not many Earth element characters right now. So, I agree. Crow be pretty good. Okay. Now, and sadly, these things happen. Can't control that, unfortunately. So I'm just gonna move over to the Just Chatting room, ask me any questions while I've, again, set up my thing. Hello, chat. I'm over this side now. Now, please excuse me while I force close my client and open it again. Oh, that's a very good one. So I did Broken Promises. Wow, chat, straight to it. Yes, I did promise to make a video about what you should be stocking up and buying every day. That's a very, very good point, and I have been asked this quite a lot. I'm trying my best. I don't get much time to do everything. I only really get time to do these Sunday streams, and I'm trying my best to fit everything in. Next week, I have spoken to the developers, and if you are in the Discord, in the next 1 or 2 weeks, I can or cannot confirm that the developers will slow down finally with the rates coming out. If that does slow out, I can finally stop putting all my time on the events and make videos that I actually really want to do. Yes, I understand. I've been really want to make videos as well. But it's very hard right now when my whole life is just do events in Fantasy Life Online. And I assume some of you guys agree with this as well. By the way, Adam, thank you for the new subscribe, mate. You're buying stuff for the white spirits items, nice. But I'm not sure what you need. Okay. Yeah, they either overlap events and it takes up weekends to grind. Yeah. So, Normally what I do is just like I jump on a little bit. I have to do all, as everyone out here, you have to do all your dailies, then you have to do your shop run, you have to do the evolutions, and then if you get free time, you have to do now Fever, and that's a whole thing. I'll get into that later. I have a lot of videos saved up. It's just me sitting down and editing it to make quality content. That's the main thing. It's a grind. Everything is a grind. You will work your way up to the Cinderella set, okay? Yes, you have to switch between masters as well. Yes, exactly, Adam. I couldn't agree more. Vanilla is about patience and taking it at your own pace. Alright, chat. I finally got the game running back up, and I have Doctor in the party as well. This magnificent person will be showcasing Luby out in action today. So, without further ado, let's go out. Alright, Bread Grain, let's grind. Now, the real question is, where is the dragon today? Oh, he's over here. Okay. So. And I have this thing up here. So first off, Doctor, why don't you say hello to everyone as you just did then, and start off with Luby's attack animation for us? Ooh. Ooh, that fireball is quite nice at pushing all the enemies back. I see some of you probably already found me. Now, let's keep going with attack animation, please. As you will need to build up your fury. Now, next up after that, why don't you show us her charge attack 1 for us, and let's see if it's any different. Ooh, I really like the animations for that one. So that's where, as I said before, her charge 1 decreases fire resistance. Now, let's see what the charge attack character charge is too. So most characters don't have a charge character charge level 2. Most of the time it's mainly the same. But as you can see, this one here, she applies that rose mark on the ground and decreases magic defense. Now, let's start by building up. Check out her Elegant Rose Charge Slash, which is her weapon. So after it does her Charge Slash, she does a massive AoE there, increases her attack speed and her fury growth, it seems, and damage. Okay. Now, let's see Doctor go out in action and try and do as much damage output as he can and to defeat the green dragon. And then he'll work up to getting his Fury skill. This is the main one we really want to see. Doing quite a bit of damage there by his basic combo animation, but as well as doing his character charge too, to get the decrease in defense, and doing some counter attacks as well, to get the increased attack. And I see Ash there in the background. Oh, let's try not to die, shall we? Ooh, so as you see, she applied the burning aspect on the character, and you may notice after a short tick of time that they may apply a little bit of damage. The burning animation is quite cool. Now we have her Fury. Ooh, it seems she does a massive tornado effect, a fire tornado as you would say, as it surrounds the enemy and devours it and does quite a bit of damage. And that's pretty much her gameplay all together. Now Dr. Discontinue to slay that dragon for us and burn it to a cinder. Now the real question is, would I recommend Luby as a fire character? Right now, from the Japanese version, she was pretty weak, and there is quite a lot more better fire characters to come. Say like you have Ignis, which is a demon pretty much that comes from the underworld, and he has a massive fire greatsword, and he is pretty good. Yes, he is probably a little bit nice in the early game, but if you really want the meta, maybe just hold on to right now, as her attack damage for fire isn't that great. Maybe it would just be better for you to just have Glenn or even Snow-chan, as they do a lot of damage right now. Yes, they may have resistance to certain things, but you may just have that little bit more damage. So you did a Fury there as well, which did quite a bit of damage. And there, we finally slayed the dragon. Thank you guys. I see some of you have found my streams. I see Pam there. I see you, Pam. Well, thank you so much, Doctor, for doing a live gameplay for us. Was this anything useful to you? Now, I hope this come fish. Yoga Fire from Street Fighter. Yeah, she kind of does have a few elements from Street Fighter, I must agree. Will there be better burn applies? So my understanding, burn all as a subject, I need to do more testing for this. Each character has its own little burn thing, and how the burn normally works, it goes off the mob's HP, and that's what it goes from. So like right now we are still in the very early stages. If you guys don't know, in the future, probably the best fire character that I recommend for especially a free-to-play player, there is a fire Halloween one, and it's Glenn. Now, he is, I believe, the first dual-wielding character that comes to Final Fantasy Life Online, and he wields 2 swords, and he is a paladin. Now, the way he works is he mainly does charge attacks, and his counter attack is goddamn god tier. I would highly recommend him. Final Fantasy every time. Why do I get that? Dual wielding, yes, dual wielding. It may take a little bit of coins, but it is highly recommended. So if you really want the best the fire characters, I highly suggest maybe you save. Now the thing is, he won't come for a while. He didn't come for a while in the Japanese version, but we are on a time schedule is going fast forwarding. Yes, Dragon Slayer Glenn, which comes as a paladin form, and he is fire. Let me see if I can bring up a thing for everyone. Should have him somewhere. Maybe not. But he is really good. Yes, there is. Now, the way the Glen works, if you have a different variant of Glen, you can only have one. So, if you have a different variant, like a normal one, but then you have the Halloween Glen, you can't do that. This is... I call him Ignis, but in the Japanese, in the global version, he may change. Now, this is a pretty good mid-late game character, and he is really good for fire. He also comes pretty much just before a red versus blue. I've talked about these events quite often, and he does some pretty nice damage, and his Fury attack is, I would say, pretty damn good, as it's pretty much like a fire nova. For all you Super Saiyan lords out there, you will appreciate this one. He is damn badass, and I really enjoyed playing him. There isn't really many good fire characters in the early stage, I'm sadly, but that's the way it is. You're more than welcome to pick any character you want. Play however you want. I'm just giving you this information now if you want the best of the best. Only 5-star character. Thinking about Fire Mage makes you a sad. My friend, I am deeply sorry that I must inform you that there isn't, main character wise, it gets lackluster in fire. You won't get a main character weapon for fire as a mage. That's unfortunate. So all your fire things, we're mainly around your characters. In the future, there will be a Phoenix Sword, which is a paladin main character weapon, and it's not great. Maybe it will be alright. It's pretty fun to use, but the damage isn't really that good. As I said, it's much better to wait for someone else. This is Ignis on screen, and yes, he is really good. Later on, there will be a Halloween one of Glenn. I don't have him here, which is very sad. Ouch. So Lucio and Ruby is so far, and then the only fire tool found, yes. There's a few other ones. There's Leon, which is, as I can actually say it now, the Final Fantasy event one. And he is a mage, and he can dual wield elements, but unfortunately he is lackluster as well. Sad to hear it. Now, after I've done that, I'm gonna finally leave and start doing the community events that some of you are waiting to do. Yeah, so I talked about Luby, which is the fire version, but there's also a variant of her. Where is it? There it is somewhere. All I hear is everyone's characters going off in my ears. What are you guys fighting? Now, this is the summer version of Luby, and she is near the middle stage, nearly just after the same time probably where Ignis comes out, and she is pretty good. And now this one, she is water instead of fire. So on the screen is Summer Ruby, but in this one it could be called Luby. As yes, Adam, yes, Aqua has entered the chat. As that's all I hear. That's okay. It's okay. I'm used to it by now. So that's Summer Luby, or Ruby, and she is pretty good, and she is the alternate version of her, and she is a Huntress again, but instead of fire, she does water, and as you can tell, it's a summer event, and for this one, she goes to the, what's it called? The Pirate Bay Coast, the area in the 3DS version. More areas come in the Fantasy Life Online, but it takes a little bit of time, and some of these are of a limited time only. And that's pretty much or everything on my little showcase of her in action. Yeah, in the port. So that map does come out, and it's a start. First off, it comes out as a limited time, and then as more updates come, it comes a full one. Is she better than the fire version? Yes, she is much better, and she does a lot more damage, and she does a lot more defense. So for this one, she actually decreases, I believe, physical and magical, as well as buffing herself and lots of other things. And her charge attack and attack animations are really good as well. Yes. And I believe she has some really good evolution things as well. It kind of works the same evolution stages as Ruby. So you have your blue one, then you have a purple one, and then you have a really colorful yellow one. So some of Ruby is pretty much, I believe, runs off the same aesthetics as basic Luby. Yeah, when she's a physical attacker. Apparently she wields the elements of fire as well, but she is a archer, so I don't know what they've done with that one, but So that's a good question, Steve. The new mage from the story, is he good? He looks cool. So I don't know what his name is in the global version. I knew him as Neck. This guy. Oh, look at you guys gathering. Yeah, anyway. So you may notice this guy above from the story. He is a pretty decent support character. If you have all your light support characters as a DPS and you want to boost their damage output by just a little bit, I recommend this guy, but only as a support character. He's really cool, by the way, because he does beams of light as an attack animation, which is pretty good. I believe just having him in the party can buff your light element. You can also buff your critical up. I believe his charge slash for his weapon gives you light up a bit or physical attack up. As I said, he's mainly a support character for light DPS characters. So you're after the best of the best in the early stages to improve your light elemental characters, I would suggest that you pull for this guy above. I remember using him quite a bit for my light party. Now, if you get this guy and you have Laura and you have Luella, and then you have some other characters like your main character, and then you can maybe just be able to go solo and do the Crusade, Clown Ghost Crusade. Maybe you can do that solo while everything is buffed up. Yeah, so his auto attack mage is pretty good. I don't have any videos I can show you right now, as that was long time ago. But I believe there is a story part where you have him as an ally. So if you really want to see what he's like, do the story and then swap out to him. Because I remember doing that in the Japanese one. And that's how I found out if he was good or not. And then later on, he will become a gacha character. So for now, you just have to be patient until then. Now, I need to stop ranting and finally get on with the event. Welcome back. Hey, Hilda, nice. Welcome. So, now I'll finally return to the crystal and get my loot. Screen is shaking quite a bit there. Is that an aqua I hear in chat? Ah! Got so close. Every time. God damn it. Now, give us 1 sec while I swap over my setup, and then I'll start doing some community streams of the Worm event. Alright. Now, please, right now, give me any feedback. How was my little live commentary of Ruby in chat? Please, I would like to know your feedback. I had to set up quite a few things. I have recorded this, and later on I hope to make an actual video of it, not a live stream. Is there any good DPS mage will come from the gacha where we have to save? Yes, there is quite a few good gacha characters that are mage. As you know, your favorite boy from the 3DS game will be coming out as well very shortly. And yes, Lazu, he is a dark element and he is really good. As He has really nice attack animations, and he's mainly focused around charged attack. And then in the later stages, you will... he is a little bit OP in the early stages, but there is a lot of other characters that play as well. Muscle male units. Ooh. You like your muscly boy, eh? They can simp for... You like your muscle men. Give me 1 sec while I set this up. It's overlapping. It's very annoying. Why is it doing this? You bugger. Yeah, so there's quite a lot of heroes. As always, why do I always have trouble with this? Surprised to see you on the field. Now, it should hopefully connect. Yes, I do like to rant on about future content. There is so much. I have been working with some of the Discord members, and we are really trying our best to work on an actual timeline. So I did suggest that the Fever Time events will be coming next, and then there'll be a few other things. So in a couple of weeks, there will actually be in the Discord. If you haven't joined already, please do. I have a lot. Everyone has a lot of information about there and strategies and guides. And then in the distant future, there will be a community voted timeline for the global version. You do need a lot of papayas every day, so I highly suggest that you go out every day and spend your dosh to get them. Spoilers are fine. If you haven't joined my... that's fine. I talk about spoilers all the time. Yeah, you're more than welcome to chat about some future content coming out. I have no idea what you guys talk about. No, you told me. I believe Nawaf has made a little pin as well as in the Discord about some of the items you should buy and what you should work up to, and especially for each category of how many materials you have. It's a lot of papayas. That is a lot. You want to join Discord? Can I give you a link? I sure can, my friend. It should be some of the link so this one is for the official Discord, and then if you want to still play the Fantasy Life on the 3DS, you can. There is a sister Discord there as well. Now, if Fantasy Life on the DS got a remastered for Switch, would I play it? Ah, man. You know, that's a very hard decision. You know how hard it will be to play a Gacha Life while you have the remastered version on the Switch? You can't do two of them at the same time. Hold up while I connect this. Yeah. So what is my average streaming time? For me, I live in Australia, so it'll be 11 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And I do it on pretty much every Sunday. Now, for you in the chat, if you are watching and you would like to join some of my streams, please don't be shy. Just send me a little comment with your name and saying that you want to join, as I do have a lot of friend requests and I can't add everyone. I'm so sorry. And here we have the Go-Go Squad. Do we have any default people in chat? Now, we see some new players here. When I say default, it's the people that when you start up the game, they don't understand that there's extra emotes that you can do, such as me and my friend here doing the go-go dance, or the squirrel, and some of these carrot hellos there as well. This event is quite good. Now, if you do like this event, later on when 6-star characters, I believe, start to come out, this gets changed, and right now how you have the ghost clown, and you have mainly for gold coins and a chance to get platinum coins. Now the event we're doing right now with this dragon over here becomes a main thing, but it adds an extra boss as well. Now, but this one, it only ever gives you platinum coins, so that's something to be aware of. So you start off here, but first off, when you have this platinum one, and you'll have to do these platinum grinds as a weekly thing because later on you can buy dust from the Crusade store, and you can get 6,000 dust each week. Yes, you can buy 6,000 dust each week, where I believe you need, I think it was 30 platinum coins. Now, you mainly, every time you do this Crusade I'm talking about, you get 1 platinum coin. Sometimes you can get a rare one and you get 2. So you don't have to really do it much. And they can be pretty quick because the power of 6-star units. Thank you, Mel, for the nice words. Now, we have this new thing, and it's called Fever Time. I am a big fan of this, as it replaces the Holy Tower later on. But you have to have the RNG on top of this. So, some of the things you can get are quite good. So, if you didn't know already, once you get a Fever chest, you can tap on the Bounty chest, and it'll give you a list of items you can possibly get. So, for now, you have some, I believe that's a 5-star summoning coins if you're really lucky. As well, for this one, you have the combat one. So type 5. And then you have the other combats. So the way the Fever Time boxes work, unfortunately, I got a large XP warp there. Now, these Fever boxes, for each event you will have for this one, so this is our first Fever Time event. Now this one is mainly around, I believe, the attack runes. And then the next one after that could either be of the two. It could be crafting or it can be gathering. And that's where you'll get crafting or gathering runes. Now it goes from tier 1 all the way up to tier 5. It's same as the Holy Tower. But tier 1 will only give you a flat 10% attack, while tier 5, which is the V, will give you a flat 50 attack. And that's a little bit better compared to the Holy Tower, where I believe it can give you 15 plus attack with like a small bonus chance of critical. Yeah, this event is pretty good because the clear times are very short and it doesn't have any annoying jellies that you can't hit. Damn jellies. Was there anyone in the chat that suffered with them damn jellies? My god. Hey! Oh. Jelly's iframes are the devil. Ah, the pain. I struggled quite hard with that one. So it seems I have Fever Time. Oh, you guys are very quick. Hey, Mel, welcome, welcome. Go squad! $50k for points, yeah. So I have cited this in the multiple times in the early stage for Fantasy Life Online. The point system, as you know, it fluctuates quite a lot. Sometimes you're doing 60, sometimes you're doing 30, but every time, sometimes you're getting a lot more coins. And it gets quite annoying, I must say. And like you're doing 60,000 points for what? One yellow relic? And that can be pretty tedious. So in the future from the Japanese version, these events all stop. Them events stop, and it goes to 30,000 part 1 and 30,000 part 2. Yes, you have to do a total of 60,000 points for part 1 and part 2. You don't have to do any of these ridiculous point things. Yes, you every time you have them ridiculous point ones, you get a lot of points in the making, but they calm it down a lot. Hey, welcome, welcome. How free to play am I? I guess a little bit free to play. I am not that free to play. I'm a bit of both. All my tips I get from work go to I invest into Fantasy Life. As well as I don't go pulling on every character, as I only pull on the good characters. I haven't pulled for Luby because I'm not in need for her right now. Is this game pay to win? So from playing the Japanese version, I can't give you an estimate on how free to play this game was be. I know for the first year in the Japanese version, it was free to play. And then as all gacha games, the longer the time goes on, the harder the climb of the power scale. It'll go up and up. And sometimes you have to pull out your wallet. Once 6-star characters come along, it will get pretty hard. But I have seen it. You can be a free-to-play player. It's just you have to be very smart about what you do. You can't pull for everything, and you have to pull for some of the meta characters, like Zero, which is the dark version of Glenn. If you get him and you're a free-to-play player, good job. You'll be pretty much set. But in the Japanese version, once the 6-star came out, there was some insane characters, and some of these characters could be only awakened by the gacha. Yes, some of these characters could be only awakened from the gacha. You couldn't use your orbs or your 6-star orbs. You had to pull them from the gacha. But that was only a few. It was 3 characters like that, and they were the best characters in the game. But to be honest, there wasn't much difference between them characters and the free-to-play ones. Later on as well, there is gacha, there is premium item packs, and if you want a little bit of money to save up, it will cost you a little bit, but you can buy with your own money 5-star ticket exchange, or later on 6-star ticket exchanges. So that's something to keep in mind of. So Mel was talking about before is Lazu. There is a little spoiler, I guess. It's a Demon Lord version of him. And he becomes a 6-star, and he grows some demon horns as well. Now, he becomes a godsend as a 6-star character, and for this one, instead of using darkness, I believe he becomes into Ether? So he manifests new powers, and it's called Ether power, and it's more of an element from the demon world, and it's really good. Now, this is when some of the new elements come into play. So there'll be, I think there's time, there's Ether, and Void. Yeah, Ether or Hunger. I wonder what the global version will call it. Zell, welcome. Gluttony. Maybe. There's some very weird global translations. So weird. Oh my god. Like my boy Fang, Kiba. Ah, the pain. Oh, hello, Zero icon in chat. Hey, we got BB Sal. Sadly for me, it is not fever time. You put pray hard. I have been doing pray hard while I'm at work and I have a little bit of time. I do the pray hard and then I do the level 20 room and just spam that one. And then once I get home after work or so, I'll have my prayer points all the way restocked. Now, for those that don't know, fever time is different for everyone. So it's not just in the same, it goes off everyone's region. Now, I'm not going to confirm this at all, but you may have to do some testing. If you like change your phone time, it may change your fever time. I can't confirm that. I don't know what you're on about. The slight bug. As well as right now, we have noticed in the Japanese version, you are meant to get 2 chests. You're meant to get 1 fever chest and 1 chest from the event. So now you may just notice we don't get the gold chest right now. We are meant to get the gold chest and the additional fever time one. But for this event, we're not getting that. So we have put a ticket in on the Discord and we are hoping to get this resolved. So it doesn't change anymore? What's that? I think you guys did this in the Discord. I'm sure we can do something on that. I saw you guys did one with Uelia. I'm sure I can do one. Just one of them funny little ones. So when Glenn shouts FIFA. If you haven't already, I believe in the official Discord there is a announcement thing you can click on and it will give you a notification when fever time is on Discord. But it's normally different for everyone. So Mark, welcome to the chat, mate. Your question is there any possibility in the future that your main character will be stronger than the gacha characters? Yes. Your main character in the middle to late timeline will become essential to the game. Yes, your main character will become essential. And the way it works is when the main character weapons come out, some of them work as a DPS / support things. Now, what makes these main character weapons so essential is they do quite a bit of damage, but the main kicker is they debuff enemies. Now, there's twin blade weapons and a twin wielding bow. We also call them as the Mechon guns as well. Now, their charger / ability reduces physical defense by 40%. 40% decrease in defense on the mob is crucial. Now, this is one of the main character weapons for Hunter, mind you. As well, it has pretty good DPS as well. You guys being fish mains? You guys are fishing up a storm, aren't you? You hooking a big one? You guys. Yes, but you will need gacha gear. That is the sad truth about it. It's so fishy in here. Yes, so for your main character weapons, if you want to mix up with that, they will be locked behind the gacha. Why is my Glenn naked? Because he can be, okay? He is a bear dragon slayer, right? All he needs is his sword. Because he has that main plot armor. You don't need armor if you're the main character. You guys should know this. You don't need armor. It's plot armor. That's all it is. I think I made Glenn naked from Laura because I needed that sweet DPS on her. Thank you for joining, and thank you for bringing the fisherman to the stream. That's a nice little reindeer. Hey, Pam. Oh. Alright. This ready to go. Oh, thank you very much, Mel. If you are recent, you can subscribe down below as Adam over here, and you'll get be on my streams for future. I have a few users from the Discord that have some pretty unusual names. And every time he likes to unsub and sub again, and he comes up on the screen. I can do this demonstration right now, and right now we have one of my previous things of smooth buttocks as subscribed to my channel. Thank you. Now, your YouTube name is forever known in this stream. One sec while I disconnect and reconnect this. Nothing happened. So I'm sure them smooth buttocks are in the chat right now, lurking as always, and unsubbing and subbing to my channel multiple times. So, Master Paladin. So, as I suggest, if you want, do any combat life you want first up. If you really want to have a strong combat DPS character for your main character. And then I highly suggest for your second one to be a Master Angular, because it's the best way to get Master Stars right now. Any recommendations for leveling 150 or just grind away? I highly suggest that you do the Holy Tower if you can, as you can get quite a few XP orbs from that one. If you have the resources, making clear fishing rods and black shields and upgrading them can be quite a bit of experience as well. You're looking to be master for your second one. Now, one thing when you're doing the spirit items, if you can, I highly suggest that you do, is it Tailor and Alchemist, and try and unlock the Cinderella White Cape. Now, the Cinderella White Cape is pretty good as it is a cape. It's a 5-star cape, which is really good, and it provides you with a barrier. Now, this barrier is pretty good. Sometimes it can save you from getting a KO, and it will absorb quite a little bit of damage before your actual health HP decreases. So that's something to keep aware of. I highly recommend, if you are going for your first master set, that you do the Cinderella set first. Now, one thing to note before you go swapping out the tailor, do not become a crafting life if you don't have the materials first. The one thing to remember, make sure you do the calculations first before you swap out to a master crafter. Otherwise, you'll be starting with 10 materials and you'll have a week to start that out. So that's why I recommend that you stock up every day on resources. I had a guy call me out in chat before of a video I promised. Maybe I should really start to do that video on what items you should be buying every day. As quite a few people have mentioned this. So I think I should really do that. You've been waiting. Yes, it has been a little while since I've actually made a video. I have filmed a lot of videos. It's just sitting down and actually editing it. You do need a lot of tailor material. But it's all a grind. So no matter what you do, it will be progress. And that's what's key. Please don't try and burn yourself out. There's a lot of things. So what is it? This one here. So later on, this happened in the Japanese version. You may notice here. As I said before, you are meant to get two. You can get 2 boxes for some events. Normally, you're meant to just get the one, and then you're meant to get a gold chest for the event. And then you have these ones here. As you can see, once I've opened them ones, I do get 2. I highly suggest that right now you don't mass craft. I highly suggest that you just do the free to get additional resources. In the future, I feel like Boltrend is holding off, but there is, yes, there is a paid pass, like the golden ticket pass, where you pay this pass and you believe you get a week of login time. Once you have this pass, you get increased 10% increased experience, 10%. I either get a boost in rare bounty chests up as well. You has the ability to multiply your crafting. Yes, you have to pay to be able to have the feature to multiply your crafting, as right now you can't multiply anything. So every time, what I mean by multiply, if you do 1 craft, you get the bonus, what is it, 4 if you get excellent. And then you do it 2, you get that bonus. So you do that times 10, and you get an excellent craft on that, you get a total of 40 resources. Whereas right now, it's best you craft, what, 1? Or max 3? If you do any more of that, you're wasting materials, my friend. This is the real kicker of why crafting sucks. Yes, there is a lot of crafting to be had. I don't remember. I remember the golden ticket is in-game time. So every time you are in, you get some bonus benefits. I believe it works the same. I think the premium crafting pass works the same as the Happy Joy Box pass, and I think that's only for 7 days. Yeah. It cost about, I think it costs 5 USD. Costs me a lot more because I'm Australian. It costs me like $7 or $8, but it's worth it to go from ×1 to ×10. So, yeah. Not sure when that pass will come. I highly suggest that that pass will come when the legendary update comes out. Now, I think the legendary update will come out in the next few weeks or even 1 month, depending how the time schedule goes. But we never know with Boltrend, do we? Now, the legendary update is quite good because it comes with the feature of mount. Yes, it comes with the feature of mounts once the legendary update comes out. Oh, someone asked me before, how do you this found an image. This is Halloween Glenn. As you can see, he duels 2 weapons at the same time. He also has a video of him as well. Oh! It's FIFA time! For me, at least. The Cinderella set doesn't count as a... No. What Glen was I using? I was using mainly Zero, which is the dark version of Glen. Now he pretty much becomes the meta for all free-to-play characters and the early to mid game, just before 6 stars come out, and for some of them, he can be really good. Now, the extra accessory slot, do you mean from the, like, equipment-wise? So can you unlock the extra accessory slots? You can, but that is in the last few weeks of Fantasy Life Online. Yes, it is locked behind a 6-star character, by the way, and it's a 6-star woodcutter. Now, the way this one works is you have to pretty much have the character and the axe to really get it. And you have to chop down these. You have to chop down these trees out in Mount Snow Peak, and the character's name is Wolf. He's a pretty cool character, but again, he is a 6-star character. Once you have enough of these, I don't know what, timber, you can exchange them into a pouch, and then you can unlock new accessory slots. And that's when the last few, like the last month, sadly, I would like if Boltrend moved that forward, because that would be quite nice. So you get 1, I believe, but after that, later on, you can get a few more accessory slots, but it's locked behind a 6-star character. So these are the things. Yeah, much later. Let me know if you can read that. Okay, so this is here of a translation I have done. Now, these accessories are the legendary accessories. This is future content. Now, it should be coming maybe, calculations, it could be a few weeks, or it could be a month and a little bit. Depends on the way Boltrend wants to take this. Now, the way these legendaries work, and this update should come with mounts, by the way, and as well the Bluebird ring, which is a happy joy box gacha item, where if you equip this Bluebird ring, you get increased chances of getting rare bounties. Now, this is a really good one, a really amazing update, because you have to go out on the field and go on a killing spree. Say for the first one up top, the Sun Agate. Now, what it means down below is these are the mobs that drop this accessory. Now, it has a small chance. Now, when you kill one of these mobs, it will, if you're lucky, it will drop a red chest. And then from there, it has to go into more RNG, and you have to open the chest. And if you're lucky, it will get this Sungate one. Now, from there was more RNG, because every accessory here has different percentage. Now, I believe the elemental ones go up to 13%. Here it only says 7 or 8%, but later it goes to 13%. No, it doesn't multiply luck, unfortunately. They have confirmed it. You can only wear one Bluebird ring. Doesn't matter. But they have confirmed it though. You can have the Bluebird ring equipped on your main character, but then you can buy the premium crafting pass, which gives you 10% experience, ability to multiply craft, and the ability to pretty much stack the Bluebird ring, because it gives you another thing of giving you rare chance of bounties up. That's the only way you can multiply your chances of getting rare drops. One from the Bluebird ring and one from the paid item pack. If you want to stack a 4 of the Bluebird ring to feel lucky, go ahead. I remember I did that in the Japanese version. So these are some of them. Now let's check out the next one. So next one we have, so I showed you some of the elements ones. Now we have the Nightingale belt. This is where the legendary update gets really amazing, because you get a lot more grinding to do, and you don't have to go out and do these goddamn event ones. You go out in the field and just kill monsters and have RNG. And this update becomes really helpful for getting them white spirit items. So the first one is increases your basic attack damage. Now this can be really good for some characters. And then we have the Firefly Brooch, which increases your critical damage up max 10%. And then we have the Meteor one, charge attack damage up 10%. And some of these things can be really good. And then you have the Heavenly Merchant. It goes, now it doesn't say here, but I can confirm it goes up to crit rate 5.5%. Oh, lucky days. Talking about rare bounties, I got a dragon ring again. And then the lucky last, the Stray Catfish one, which is a must pretty much on some of your characters before runes come out. Its evolution counter damage up 20%. Now, you can only have one of these accessory types per character. is so the only reason why you would want to have multipleism for multiple characters. But doing this will take up a lot of inventory space. Now, I believe there is a total of 25 of these bad boys to collect. Oh, I've already done that one. Oh, wait, I got this one twice, apparently. Yeah, I got it twice. Hello. Giving you free stuff. Well, that free stuff's always nice, isn't it? Ah, Saif, welcome. Now, what also is a very good feature with the legendary updates, there's 24, but then there's a hidden one, I believe, which comes to be 25. Now, every time you unlock a new legendary, you get gems. So you just be very good farming for gems. I believe, ooh, on the top of my head, you get I think it's 50 gems each new accessory you find. And there's 24, 25 in total. Now, once you collect all accessories, you get a mount out of it. And I believe it is a Pegasus mount. As well as when this update comes, you guys are quite familiar with having the Master Stars, which is the pink stars. But a new currency gets involved in this whole thing, and it's called Master Eggs. Yes, a new one. So it pretty much gets replaced. So the Master Stars gets replaced out by these eggs. Now these eggs work as like a farm currency, and you have to have these eggs. They come really important later on, because if you have, I want to say, if you get 1,000 of these eggs, you can change it out for certain things. I believe if you get 500 of these master eggs, you can get a mount, which is a other flying Pegasus. No, it's a flying unicorn mount, I believe. And then later on, when 6 stars come in, you have to have 1,000 of these eggs. And if you have 1,000, you can buy duplicate items, certain items, which can be transfused into a 6 star. So they pretty much work as a free 6 star awakening weapon, but you have to exchange these master eggs for it. And they also do a monthly pack with these master eggs. For each month at the Goddess Exchange, you can exchange these master eggs for awakening stones, I believe. So that's something to keep in mind of it as well. Seems I have touched it and it has done me. Yeah. So there's a lot. Yes, it definitely, this update definitely incentivizes you to go out to the field again. Now later on, they will stop doing these type of event grinds, and they will do open field grinds where you have to go out to the field with everyone in a certain area and kill a certain boss. So you won't have to be locked in this certain little room anymore for events. You actually start doing field events. So you asked a very good question. 90,000 dust for 5-star units is kind of too much, don't you think? Yes, my friend, it is a lot, but it is the early stages. I can tell you now, once the 2-year mark comes along, the prices for characters drop dramatically. So much that some of the main crafting tools become only 10,000. Only a few of characters, some of them, and mainly the ones that are characters now, become 30,000 instead of that 90,000. Only some of the really rare ones, for some reason, are 90 or 120. But the Lucia, yes. I highly suggest that you don't maybe exchange for these right away. Maybe it's best if you hold on to your Stardust as much as you can. But just be advised, Stardust has a expiry date on it, so please take care. So this is the master chest I talked about before. So once you go out, you want to kill everything with a party or by yourself, and you'll have a chance of receiving these red chests here. And then each chest has different things, depending on what you killed. The monthly 10k, in the early stages, it's very hard for me to incentivize as you do that. But in the mid to late stages, I talked about it before, the event I'm doing right now becomes into a weekly pretty much grind, as it gives platinum coins guaranteed. And if you're a rare one, it can give you 2 platinum coins at once. It only gives you platinum coins. Now, the weekly thing that you have to do is you have to farm out, I think it's 30 platinum coins a week, and then you go to the Goddess Exchange, and you can exchange it for 6,000 Stardust each week. Yes, you can get 6,000 Stardust each week. Where right now, the only way you can really get Stardust is lots of work by the gold coins, I believe, which is a big struggle. Where this one you can farm and it takes no time at all. It's a pretty easy fight if you have the right setup. And there'll be a lot of people doing it. You put egghead on? It's funny. Make sure you stay hydrated out there, guys. Alright, big mustache man, let's go. Big aqua. Now, this is the other thing I must talk about. So, in the future, there'll be these events. Now, these events will have characters that are linked to that event. For some of them, Summer Snow is one of them. This is an example. This is Wiz. He is a beautiful 6-star character, and he's a blacksmith, and he rolls around on rollerblades. He's pretty interesting. But how Fever Time will work later on. If you have the character, you get additional 20%. If you have the weapon, you get additional 20%. So you get the picture. If you have a character for the gacha, and you have both character and weapon, your percent for Fever rewards will go up dramatic. This is the other perk of having both the characters for that event. As you can see, you will only pretty much have to do in Fever Time to the medium one, or even do the low one, and you'll get a really high chance of getting the Rainbow Fever chest. So probably for the next event, let's see if they do this, but I don't know how it will really work. They may have to do it on their end and edit the code, because things are a lot different now. Yeah, it would be kind of similar to the tower, yeah. Yeah, so now I can really pay off. If you have the gacha character, you will do a lot of damage and you'll have bonus fever time. Bonus fever rewards. Is it true that the Holy Tower isn't a permanent event and might be replaced in the future? Yes, it is getting replaced very shortly, because it was getting replaced right now with this Fever Time. So yes, Adam, Holy Tower will get replaced permanently and scrapped out of the game for more content that comes. Yes, I highly recommend. I made a video of this. I highly recommend that you farm the Holy Tower every day if you can. Mainly do the higher floors and some of the medium floors, but make sure you have them Holy Tower bonuses, because in the future you can make millions of dosh this way if you do it right. Because once the tower gets removed permanently, in the Japanese version at the Goddess Exchange, you can exchange all your souls for dosh bags, and if you have a lot of souls to exchange, that is a lot of profit you just made, my good friend. So I highly recommend that you do the Holy Tower as much as you can, because you're investing pretty much. Now I highly hope that Boltrend doesn't scrap this idea, because I will be pretty annoyed. But now it's quite funny that I have the knowledge that I know I need to farm the Holy Tower as much as I can, because in the Japanese version, there was really no point at that point, because it was already a year or so, and we already had Fever Time, I believe. And we already had all these other things, and we already had at that point like 1,000 or so. We're like, well, I don't need to do this anymore because it's pointless. I already have so many. But now I know, don't stop. Don't pump the brakes. Just farm, farm, farm. And you will, every cent you invest will profit. Thank you for the fireworks then, mate. So I talked about it before. So one of the paid packs and one of the, I think it's second anniversary from the global version, level 5 is very, very generous. And here it is. Here's one. So this is the paid pack. I know this is a premium item that some of you may not want to know about, but this is a paid pack. Now, as you can see here, it is costly, quite costly, But the real kicker is you get the 5-star coins and you get the 30 character tickets and 30 weapon tickets. Now, these tickets can be exchanged for your character of choosing. So for some of you, you have this bad boy. Yes, he can be... Ooh, he's a very big image, isn't he? He can be exchanged. Now, I believe this is some time after his banner came out. I wasn't fortunate to get him. So, I got my wallet and did this. So that's the character from 30 tickets. And then you have the same for the weapon. So you can exchange it for 30 weapons. How do they work? So you can either... trying to work at the time. I think it was it was one of the anniversaries where level 5 gave out a event. If you do this event and you log in over like 30 days or something, or 10 days, each day you'll get a ticket. And then you log in over so many days, you accumulate 30 tickets. Sometimes I think you will accumulate 35 tickets or something. They put in a few more, they put in a few extra tickets if someone missed out so they can catch up. Because I remember I kept my tickets and I had an odd amount. So yes, for one of the anniversaries, level 5 gave us free, like a free character of any character we choose in this list. Now just note, these characters were only the basic ones, and I believe they weren't the limited time ones. What I mean by the limited time is the variant characters. They weren't available to be swapped. So as I talked about before, I'm talking about Summer Ruby, or like Halloween Glen, or Huntress Odin, stuff like that. Hello, hello. Go the go-go. I'm just looking through some files as well. Oh, here's one. So with the update we just got, you may notice we have the beach one, but there's also which is weak to light, but there's also later on a desert one that is weak to darkness. So if you don't like being a light DPS main, you can be a dark DPS main later on and farm coins. You stop playing. Okay, play this. Yes, there's a big grind, my friend, isn't there? Now for those, there is a yokai event. So I don't remember what this one comes from, but you may notice there's some pretty cool weapons there as well. So there is quite a few crossover events. Oh, here it is. Here we go. This is the crafting pass. Oop. This is the crafting pass. Let me descale this. So as you can see, the icon here is crafting. Now it gives you, I believe, 10% experience, and then down below it also says where it will give you the chance to multiply your crafting, and it's for 7 days. Now when it came out in the Japanese version, they gave you 1 free use. Yes, they gave you 1 free use. So when this update actually came out, they were able to... Everyone was very confused because it was in Japanese. Everyone's just like, alright, let's see what happens. And then they would activate it on day 1. And no one had all the resources, so they kind of wasted it. So I want to see what happens in the global version when this comes out, because in the Japanese version, they give you 1 free week for each pass. And I remember I was one of the silly gooses that activated all 3 of them, and I was like, alright, I didn't get charged for this. Maybe this is free. But then I found out afterwards that you have to pay for these things. And I was like, oh well. Yes, I do have a massive archive of screenshots, my friend. It's very hard to go through all of them. And as well as there is a what is it? There is a evolution pass. So for you guys to be like struggling right now with your evolutions, there is a pass that will increase your evolutions. So this one here gives you a small boost in your evolution successes, as well as decreasing the -1 evolution as well. So yeah, so this can be quite useful, but you have to pay a little bit of money. So the first one here, it says equipment evolution success rate 60%, equipment failure rate decrease 6%, and then it goes same as your character evolution success rate plus 6%. Character failure rate decrease 6%, and then it gives you, this one actually gives it all experience points increased by 10%. Now later on, this pass becomes updated a little bit to increase your rune enhancement rate by 20%. So that's something that people will have to wait for. Yeah, it's an experience boost as well. And here is my... So this is the notice I got from... This is the Bluebird ring. The photos pretty much sum it up altogether. If you wear the Bluebird ring, like say for your main character item here, it's a Bluebird ring. As you can see, it gives you increased chances of getting rare bounties. As you can see, you got the carrots and the master stars. Anything that is symbolized with the rare icon. So I suggest right now, if you don't already have a level 1 Book of the Stars, I know it as the Meteor Scroll, that you save all your, what's it called, smileys in the global version. I suggest that you save them until the future update comes out for the smiley box. Yeah, it's joy, smileys. It's a lot of things. You just got your star after so many pulls. Congrats, my man. Now, you know, guys, how I was talking about the legendary accessories, and I said there was so much RNG. Well, there's a bit more RNG with that one. I forgot to mention this. So there is 3 tiers. So there is a blue. Oh, there's 4 tiers. There's a blue, there's a purple, there's a green, and a red. Now you may notice with this one here that I have the Pegasus pendant. That's what it's good. I have a blue one there and a green one. Now these work in tiers. The blue one is the lowest tier. Then you have the purple one, which is the second tier. Then you have the green one, which is a third tier. And then you have the red 5-star one, which is a high tier pendant. Now the green and the red pendants are the one you want, because these ones, if you can get the pendants for these ones, they have the most stats on it. So what I mean is the green one will have max stats sometimes, while the red ones will have a high chance of having max stats. And it's also cool to have a full stack of red accessories in your accessory slot, because you know you're pretty good. Let me just fix my audio. Yeah, so there is a lot. So as I said, when this update comes out, try your best to get green or red. If you get anything under that, I'm sorry, my friend, but that is trash. So where can you get them? These are locked behind the legendary accessories update. No. Legendary accessory, which is the future content that come out. These are the ones where you have the legendary chest, which is the red chest. And you mainly get... I got the alchemist one. Yeah, it's pretty much common, uncommon, rare, epic. Yeah. But it's pretty much, yeah. But all you want to really aim for is the green ones and the red ones. It's a really cool feature. I really love it. Yeah, it's one of my favorite updates, I would say, because it brings a lot of things. I believe it also brings later on, I believe it brings the next map, which is the desert map. And by that point, Liz, everyone's favorite mage should come out at that point as well. Yeah, so, and it's also fun, like, it gives you a, I believe there wasn't any events going at that point. Like, God, I really hope there's no events going at that point. Like, you can't have free events going at that point while you have open field legendary accessory ones, and you have to go out and get legendary accessories. Man, that's impossible. We have milk tea. Oh, welcome. Do we have any go-go squad dancers in the party? Ash, I know you always go-go. Hey, Nikki baby. Now, what we should talk about next is a really cool update. So, I have talked about this in a lot of things. This is one of the crossover events. This is one of my favorite events of all time, and that is the Final Fantasy Dragon event. So as you can see here, this is the icon you got when the update came out. And that's what the Play Store looked like as well. Is there an Aqua variant for 6-star stats? She does become a, I think it's just her weapon. I think her weapon becomes a 6-star, and it's really good. She has a really good weapon. So here's some of the thumbnails I have for the Final Fantasy Dragon event. It's an amazing event, and I highly recommend it. So this is some of you may know from your Final Fantasy champs out there. You may know this dragon, and it's pretty much the same mechanics. In the post for the Discord, Boltrend did confirm that they will be doing crossover events. That's all we got out of them. So here's some other art of him as well. Here is his Super Saiyan mode as well. He's a pretty tough. I don't know how he will go in the global version because we are pretty buffed up right now. But it's pretty fun because you are... Oh. And this is the character that comes with this one of the Final Fantasy ones. This is Leon. He is a 5-star mage. Now, he has a cool thing, but I highly wouldn't recommend you pull for him. Sadly, he's one of the weakest characters, and he was so weak they made him one of the default things. It's pretty cool because his staff, he can wield dual elements. Now what I mean by dual elements is he has two wands. He has a fire one, which is what he's wearing now in the icon, but then he has a water one. Now, if you want to wield fire, you have to have your staff. If you want to wield water, you have to have the water staff equipped. This is the same version for Glenn. My phone might not be able to handle the graphics. No, there is a lot of things that go on the screen. Now, the big kicker is, for the Final Fantasy ones, you have Fever Time, and you have these rare rings, and it comes up, because you have legendary accessories at that point, you get these rare rings, and they can have the common, rare, and legendary rings as well. As well as for this one, you may notice that you have the attack runes with this one, with this event. Now, what is even a kicker is this is some of the gear that you get from the Final Fantasy event. It seems I have used up all my fever. We're just in the nick of time. This is a pretty cool one. I loved this one. But the thing is... Where is it? Where is it? Nope. See, the thing is, with this type of event, this gear is locked behind fever time. Yes, my friends, some of this gear is locked behind fever time. So you can't just do the points and get all the coins and then wait and you get all the gear. The white mage gear and the dark mage gear is locked behind fever time. So here it has it here. So you can get some of the light mage gear and some of the dark mage gear, I believe. Or the light mage in the armor set. But it's locked behind the fever boxes. Yes, I am trying so hard to get all this whole set. I remember getting the shoes 2 or 3 times, but I only got the chest piece once. So this is the downside of fever time. And here you have some of the notifications you get from him. So you have your main character there, and he does slam things. Also, there is a EX mode, which is like a super hard version, I believe, later on. And he does have the ability to paralyze you, I believe. And you have to have certain alchemist items for your team, as if you use them, they'll get rid of the paralysis. Now, the best thing that comes with these collab events, the first dragon one, it comes with a super good Dragon Slayer weapon that your main character can wield. Now, this is where you'll first have one of your decent weapons, or your second decent weapons for your main character. It's for your mercenary class. Now, as you can see, you have a little main character icon here. And it kind of fits the feeling of Final Fantasy as well. Now, that's the light one, and I believe there is a dark version that comes out as well. Now, these weapons are really good. If you guys have played the 3DS game, you may notice that your mercenary is pretty basic. But when your main character wields these weapons, your whole thing changes. You finally turn into a 5-star character. It is amazing, this weapon. It also buffs yourself for quite a few seconds, increases your crit. If you do a charge slash with the weapon, you disappear for a few seconds and then do a massive claw slash across the enemy, and then that decreases the character's light defense as well. It's a really cool weapon. As well as when you have to have this weapon if you really want to have the best rates, because as I mentioned before, if you have the event weapon, you have additional percentage of getting fever chests. Oh. So here it is in a more focused one. It's a pretty cool weapon, it really is, because you do a lot of somersaults and backflips, and some of the animations are really dope. Now, as I was talking before, here is your Fever Time rewards chart. Oh, good fun. Now, that's a really good thing you just said that, because, my friend, now the second set, which is the White Mage set, I highly recommend that you get this set because it's one of the only few sets that give you increased HP healing percentage. So if this is a healing set like in the White Mage one, it gives you, I believe, 5% up from healing sources. So you can actually equip this on your healer and they will do increased healing output. Now, there isn't many sets that do this, so when this event does come out, I highly recommend that you grind it out, and may the RNG gods bless you, my friends. But the rewards don't stop there, so here is a closer look. You also get a sword and a staff as well, which are pretty cool and matches the aesthetic. Is Aqua considered a... she has like healing abilities, but I wouldn't... Later on, when she becomes like 6-star stuff comes out, she can be a really good DPS character. So not as much of a healer, as he more focuses around AoE. And once you have a weapon into the Mermaid Princess bow, her charge attack goes to like a millimeter of a second. Like, it's so hard. You do like half a second hold screen and you have a full charge, and then you let go, and then you do half charge again, and then you let go. You just spam the screen with like a lot of things. And then here, if some of you guys don't know, this is the Fever time, the Fever rewards you can get. So as you can see, you got a attack one, a gathering one, and a crafting one. Now what you want to do is you want to work your way all the way up to a tier 5. Once you have a tier 5, you can infuse it into a weapon. I believe it costs you 50,000 DOT to infuse it. Tier 5 gives you a flat 50%. It is so challenging that Fantasy Life themselves made a collab with Level 5, and they actually, you can probably see it on their Twitter somewhere, but they actually made a video. And what makes it so cool with this collaboration is they changed the UI for the game to fit the aesthetics of Final Fantasy. Like the damage output numbers, if you see really closely, it's a little bit different. So there's quite a few events that come out are really cool. Yes, there's quite a few like the Yoko Watchers ones. There's quite a few of them. Like Emma comes. Do I have any Yoko Watch fans in the chat? I have quite a few. I have some Luby in the background doing some pretty nice damage because he gets that buff there as well. And she hit the dragon, did not last long at all. So let me just show you. So some of you may know some of these characters. These are, when the collaboration events come out, these characters will be gacha characters, but they will be limited time. Now, they're not that great. I would only pull for these characters if you like their aesthetic and you like to be a completionist. That is all I can say about him. I don't remember his name. I do apologize, but he is a fire wizard. He is pretty nice if you want, like, I would say he's more of a support fire character, and that's about it. And then next up we have, here we go, this guy. Oh, already done 20,000. And the next one after that, and I think this one is the last one. It's this guy. This guy is pretty cool. His wind element, he's mainly focused around a counterattack. Now, one thing to note, when this event does come out, it's pretty cool. It's this massive black alien that looks like something like Predator. And the green watch that is on his wrist is a rare drop in the game. And it's something like I want to say like a 5, it's like a 1% drop. It's exclusive to the rare of the rare people. Like, you thought, like, I don't know what it is like now, because I remember getting the Black Dragon ring, that was really rare. But this watch is really rare. And I remember being really good as well. Because I remember, like, the end game content, if people were using this to clear special rage and everything. Ooh. No, I don't want to go. Yellowhead. Oh, that was a 6-star unit. She was very late game. I don't have a photo for her, I'm sorry. I don't remember. I had a question like this on. I have so many questions, but like, you have to think about so many things at the same time while playing. That's the challenge. Now, someone in the chat was asking for a muscly man that they can simp over. Now, if you're after a muscly man, I would say you have. Oh. I would say you can have. Oh, you can do Odin. Some of you may know him from the 3DS. Yeah, that was me. Ah, welcome. So you either have Odin here. No, I didn't, my friend. I got distracted with all these other things. So you have Odin, or he's not really muscly. You have Hayata, which is a really good early to mid game wind character. He is really good. So once he comes out, he's very annoying to play. I'm gonna say that. because as a samurai, every time he finishes his attack animation, he sheaths his weapon, and then you have to tap the screen. So everyone's used to playing normal mode where you just let it go and you just focus on counterattack. But Hayata, you can't do that because he sheaths his damn weapon and then he stands there. And you have to keep tapping the screen as he unsheaths his weapon. Because every time he sheaths his weapon and unsheaths it really quick, like an anime person, he gets a little boost in attack speed. And so you have to really, it's a manual character, but the damage output is pretty good. Other muscly character would be, yeah, maybe that could work. You already have Kiba, but you have, we know him as Chocobo, which kind of means pumpkin, I believe. He's a chef. He's a retired mercenary turned into a chef. I know quite a few of the Japanese players loved this character to all their heart, as he is really cool and he has high critical rate and a high critical damage, but he is wielding a pan. So if you do stack all the attack on him, he can stack up pretty damn good. Now, my last option for you to simp over, the first one. Okay, now I'm saving the lucky last for you. This would be Night Rose, which is a 6-star character, and he is a really good character. You want Ignis? This is Night Rose. He's a 6-star character. He is one of my favorite characters, but unfortunately, he only came to me in the last week of Japan Fantasy Life. Big sad. Now, I have to let you know, I'm sorry, my friend, that you cannot simp over this man. You can try all you like, but he is a married man, and this is his wife. These two are a couple, and they play a big part in Final Fantasy Life Online. Their stories collide quite a bit. So I believe we have Solstice as the girl, and the guy is called Night Rose. Some of you later on, he had one of his main character weapons, which was for Paladin, which is a really good weapon, by the way, is one of his swords he started with, and then he let that go and he passed it on to a younger apprentice. So we become that younger apprentice and we pick up his legacy. And then as the time goes on, we find out the backstory, and this guy comes back to our world or something. He was in the demon world fighting monsters back. Yes, the demon world becomes a big thing. And I forget, Solstice was locked up somewhere or something. Why did they close the JP version? So it just became not really where they wanted to go, and some of the content just fizzled out, I guess. And it was really, in my books, it really was coming to the end of the story. Like, there's only so much story you can do and so much of a uphill power curve till you get to a point where what's going to happen? Like, they legit come to the point where, spoiler, I guess, but it's main story. They come to the point where they're fighting all these demons back, and they're getting more characters and more labyrinths. They go further down the earth. And then it comes to the point where you get to the final boss, and you're like, this is the demon lord. And you're like, oh. And then it stops there. But like, where would they go after that? You're at the very, very bottom, and it's just like, oh, anime plot hanger, you just killed my son, and then you have someone else, And yeah, that's where it would go. The content, it power creeped way too hard. That's what I think. Power creeped way too hard, and they had to pay for what happened. And then it pretty much stopped being 5-star characters. It started being 6-star characters month after month after month, and then you have one 5-star character, which would be a variant 5-star character. Then you have more 6-star characters. So, and then it was just too much. You can't simp over every 6-star character. And then it just became too much. And then they were like, we didn't like where this is going. It's not where we want to be. So we're just going to drop the game. Do I think they will change things around? I'm highly doubtful. I don't think so. Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to happen. But we can be glad this game is here and we're getting a global release. Unfortunately, we don't know how long the global Fantasy Life Online will be here for. I did a calculation and we miss out on 1 year of gameplay. So it cuts it down by 1 year and we'll have the game for 2 years, 6 months. Oh, Mash, thank you for joining, mate. Thank you. Welcome. Yeah, it's not up to us. It's just all we have to do is enjoy the game. I should probably head to bed very shortly as well. Thanks, mate. So, I hope you liked some of them characters I showcased to you, and some of the storyline as well, and why in my books, why the Japanese version closed down. That's all good. Thanks. That's all good, man. I always try. I do get sidetracked because there's a lot of information, and I'm playing the game at the same time and doing. Like, I'm trying to find the whole archive list of my files. I did on the weekend do this stream, so I had to set up a few things. But as the time goes on, I'll have my files categorized more, as there is a lot. It's not really a good picture, but this is, as I was talking about Night Rose before, this is his shield. It's called Night Rose. The thing is with this shield, it's really good. It's a main character weapon and it's light based. But the shield, if you use its shield skill, it can do a flat 400 or 500 HP heal as an area of effect. Yes, your main character as a tank can heal yourself and others, which is pretty good. Now, one thing to note, do not awaken this shield, as it doesn't increase the HP gained, just so you know. Yes, I mainly talk about future content, don't I? And very minimally trying to do my try to play the game. So what I mean by awaken is using your 5-star awakening orbs on your weapons. Don't use it on your shields. Especially this shield in particular I'm talking about. Ah, here we go. So with the legendary accessories, here is a let's say it's the red tier. This is the highest tier you can get. Now, as you can see here, it's 8%, which is max percent. And then you have underneath it the second sub. Now, I believe this one says it can either be physical attack or magical attack. Now, this is where these things can be really good, as you get a small boost. Some of them either have magic defense or physical defense, but what you really want is the attack bonus ones. And then the third sub is usually a defense one. For this one, it's I wouldn't say it's a fire or earth 2% defense increase. But this is a perfect top rank legendary accessory. Yeah, it was pretty good. I believe, I think it just does crit and critical, or I think it's his base damage increase by a certain percent. Oh, that's a pretty good photo. So other one I talked about before. This is the other little spreadsheet. I'm just going to cover this up and cover me up. This is a spreadsheet of areas and what legendary accessories come in each area. So this is pretty helpful. So as you said, you like the Waste Grassy Plains can only have the Beetle, the Aqua one, the Moonlight Crystal, the Great Brooch, the Nail. So yeah, each region has its own little accessories from monsters, and this is a little chart. And this is when the desert map comes out as well. Yeah, right now, for like your water ones, there isn't really much, is there? For now, you just have to wait until water ones come out. Yeah, mainly for now, all the pretty much gear that you really want will come from events. You can't really craft gear, and some of the gear even comes from Fever Time. So, woo! Yeah, crafted gear is very, very weak. Thank you for the friend request. Yes, I am Australian. Now, for you guys, if you don't know already, some of you may have already done, so if you haven't become a master archer already, when you do your promotion test, you go to the mount above Mount Snow Peak for a limited time. Now, this map is a little bit different, and there's quite a few things. So you can explore this area while you become a master and you get your ticket first up. And it's really cool, but unfortunately these areas don't get released, sadly. And it's pretty cool. So once you do master everything, you do go to some new little areas, as well as the lava caves. So that one is for Master Archer. And then you have, what is this one? I think it's the other one. You go to, yeah, which one it is. For someone, this is for one of them. You can go to the lava caves. For this one, you have to defeat the fire leopard, as well as you have the magma nodes there as well. And this is the only time you can go to these areas by doing the master stuff. No, they never release these areas in GP, unfortunately. Minor, yeah. I remember it was for one of them. It was a very long time ago for me. Yeah, but you can go there. Your allies and guests you have are incredibly weak, by the way. Incredibly weak. They do not scale at all. So this is where like miner and woodcutter can be very frustrating because you're mining, but your allies are doing very little damage. They die pretty damn easily. And that's something else. Oh, I have ran out of lights to give. Yeah, even the miner and woodcutter. Ah man, there are some tough things to do. Very tough. So I believe this is it. Yeah, this is one of the Master Minor ones. And I finally slayed it. It took a while. And you got all the little NPC like mobs in there as well. But sadly they didn't implement this into the actual game. There's the other thing. So this is this is the new player event. So later on, as the game continues to grow, there will be new player events, and you can get this fancy little star up here. Now, when do you equip this? I believe it's till, I think it's till level 40 with the blue one. You get 1.5 times increased experience to a certain level. Which can be pretty handy. You look fabulous doing it, by the way. So much loading. Aqua in the chat. Oh my god. Okay, this is our other time. This is the other white spirit table. I'm in the works of translating this, but let's see. So as you can see, there's a whole list of all the resources you need, and it's for each little life there as well. So first up, we have the Pegasus one. So this tells you all the resources you need for each one, as well as where to get the sub resources. So for this one, for that first one, you need the fire shard, and that becomes from the red dragon. Then you need some ingots, the mama feather, and some black cloth there as well. And then you have the Pegasus one. Let's make that big. You don't need to see me. Then you have the Pegasus one. So first off, the helmet, you need some 10 feathers, 10 timber, 10 white spirit medicine, and then you need the blue bird feather, and then you need the 20 silk. And then it tells you where. Now, for you guys that don't know, you can buy the silk from the store, or you can actually get the thread from the little blue beetle that you see out in the field there as well. It is a rare drop, I believe. It's quite rare. But if you're really desperate to getting some of that silk, you will be able to get it. I do need to put this in the Discord. I have translation one somewhere, but I don't remember where I put it. And then lucky last, you have the Cinderella Gear. Now this is the best one, I highly recommend. It is pretty hard to get, because you need quite a few more resources. But it is very, very good. Because for this one, for the Cinderella set, you need 10 of each, where the other two, you only need a few. So you need to master all elements. Hey, he must master all 12 Masters lives to get this one. But once you have done that, it is really nice. So you get the Behemoth crystals from the Behemoths at the Waterfall Caves, and then you get you can buy that crystal, I believe, at the shops, or just cleaning the wind one. And then you get the big beast hide, and then the marmot, bird feather, and then the black cloth again. So next question, selling all bags of DOS and your forts and spending all the XP orbs on just your main character. Oof. You can spend as many bags as you want because you can't do a high trade value on them. So sell whatever bags you want. But yeah, it's also like, I think use Dosh bags as a bank. Think it as your backup savings. If you need money, take it from the bank. Because it's pretty easy. All you have to do to get money is just make clear fishing rods. No, bags only go for the standard amount. They never increase in value. Yeah, you can do them as trade value. That's something to keep something you can do. But if you really need the money, save them. Yeah, making clear fishing rods is really good, but the way that is you have to do the fishing fins first. That's the only downside. I can't give you a link to that photo, but I can post it in the Discord later. I've been meaning to work on it, but I might as well just post it. I have another one which is translated. And you can also see it in my guide as well. It's this. Is it this? Yeah, here we go. So I have another one. I've already made this and I've already translated it. And it can tell you for the thing. Now, as well as it is recommended that you only make 29, because once you become a master for one of the crafting lives or whatever lives, you get one for free. So don't go thinking you have to craft 30, because once you do become a master and you do all the tasks, you get one. So that's what it means there by only doing 29. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Mel, why does it always happen around this time of night? Why? My internet always just dies. Curse you, Australia. Why? Why? Yeah, bye. Friend, what is your name? Is your YouTube name the same in the Discord? Because once I post it in the Discord, I will message you. So you know where it is. Okay. That's Goose video. Here's a showcase for you guys. When the later on, when the marketplace does come out for some items, this is what the market was. Now, I don't know what the market's going to be like for the global version, but I was selling. I don't know if this was after or before, but I was selling Spirit Claws for 2 million a pop. 2 million. And I was selling the medicine for 1.2 and had a huge stack. And now this is a little bit of money. That's not much money because you need millions of dollars. Now I have a photo here. This is one of the items I did. This is one of the raid items you can get. And for this one I paid, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. I paid quite a bit of money. A little bit of money. Dosh. Yes, things once the runes come out, marketplace goes from like hundreds to millions. So you need millions upon millions of dollars. You've been using a VPN? I noticed like there's a few of the Discord members that say to use a VPN. Yeah, sure, I can do that for you, mate. I'll DM you. I noticed there's a few Discord members that have said that, but then they've also said like over time, like it doesn't work as well. So that's something. And for you Odin mains, I love Odin. I believe this is his evolution 20. This is Odin. He's a big boy, and his evolution 20 is amazing. You really need a clear goal. Okay, I'll try and make a few more rooms and then I will end. So your clear goal. So without me going into Super Saiyan, Goose mode, big brain, I'll keep it simple. All you gotta do is play the game every day. Do your shop runs. I'll make a video on this as soon as I can. Since everyone recommends me to make a video, I'll drop everything I can. I won't make a fever video. I won't make a character spotlight. I'll make, as soon as I can, a shop run video. Now, I haven't done a shop run video with you guys on live stream because I don't want people to take my content. And now, what I do every day, I spend about $20,000 to $30,000 in shops. If you're spending more on that, you're buying too many things. Because I used to pay 60 to 100,000 dosh a day in the Japanese version because I was just like, oh, I gotta get ready for future content. I want the best. I want to be the collecting hoarder. I gotta hoard so many things. But that turned out to not get me anywhere. Yes, I had a bit of an access for like materials later on, but yeah, that's about it. So log in every day, do this shop run, buy your papayas, do your daily character elemental runes, so the things where you do your evolution stones for your characters, do your fever time, and then just level up in the meantime, whatever time you have left. After you've done all your dailies, do some of the event with your fever time, and then after that, if you have time, you caught up with the event, things calm down a little bit, do your Master of the Stars stuff. That means going to the Trials of the Stars, unlocking new lives. You want to have a goal for every 7 days. You want to have that life complete, and you swap over to the next one. Now, my order for the master items is you do your basic one, which is one of your combat ones, and then you can do, depends how you want to go. You can do extra angular, get the 300 or so master stars, so you can buy out all the things. With the master stars, you can only buy that set, that character's set, when you are a master. So if you have a master in something, but then you forget to buy the shoes for that master class, and then you revoke the license, you can't buy the shoes anymore. You have to go back and become a master. So that's really why I suggest that you do a master angular first. Yes, it's a grind, I know. Moss is not that important, but you're getting a lot of fins, and you're getting you should be getting a lot of master stars as well as you can. Clear some enemies on the way. If these events calm down, I would very much love to do, instead of these community event things, like with the events, I would do spirit ones, when we would just do I made a video on it, and we would just go out and like a material train and kill everything. That's what I did in the global version. Anyway, I've ranted again. Once you've done that, then you can either do two things. You can check what materials you have. Once you've bought everything on the star, so say let's just do alchemist, tailor, or something like that. But if you need carpenter, be a master woodcutter. While you're cutting down trees, you're getting the master nuts. So you're doing two birds at one stone. You need logs for carpenter, but you also need the spirit nuts for everything else. So why don't you do two at once? And that for that whole 7 days, you dedicate yourself to farming wood. And then that's pretty much it. This is, the gathering limes for spirit are the hardest to get. So have faith and grind it out. And then once you've done that, and once you become a master of all lives, then you have some time. I highly suggest that you don't give up. Start buying everything so you get ready for future content. And that's pretty much what I'm doing, except the no free time part. So I hope that gives some kind of rambling on, or it gives you a clear answer on what I suggest what you guys should do. Oh, there's so many things going on the screen right now. So many things. 4,000. I reached 250 today. 250 today, I believe. My content has slowed down significantly, unfortunately, due to work-related stuff. I know I was mainly... Oh, I have a photo of it. Oh, you look at that. Oh, damn. I've been looking for this photo every day. Here we go. So, in the future, weapons get decreased. So you may notice some of these weapons are 60 or 90,000 Stardust, but now later on they come to 30,000. And then shortly after, some of the crafting weapons for new players go down to 10,000. So this really helps new players. Oh, 4,000 sub goal. Oh, thank you, my man. Yeah, super chat would be so handy. I thought about doing like Twitch stuff or like restream where I do multiple Twitch stuff. I may do that in the future. A few people want me to go on Twitch, but I am liking it here on YouTube while I get my brand out and get my layout for everything. I don't want to rush these things. Yes, Facebook is a other thing. I know there's quite a bit of a community out there for Facebook, but it is a thing I have in the future that I should probably do, is make a King Goose Facebook account, because I know for the Philippines they are very Facebook intense, and I'm already in with the international thing. The 4 hours. Oh man, the 4,000 hours. I'm like, I think I'm at like 10% or something. Yeah, I'm at like 500, 600 hours, I think. Yeah, I have a while to go. This is from me playing the Japanese version for so long, because I was a main mercenary. I got a lot of tails. Now, over time, these tails, because they were so frequent, these tails became like 50,000 each, if that. Where all the crafting ones become millions each. You already on 100? Damn, nice, man. Yeah. I miss being able to trade with everyone. I was a big trader in the Japanese version, but because I'm so busy working, I don't have the time, which is a big sad. Very, very tempted to slow down my workload to so play. So this is the other thing. So when I was talking about the Goddess Exchange, when the legendary update comes out, this is from the Goddess Exchange. So this is a unicorn mount that can be brought with their master eggs I'm talking about, and this one cost 500 master eggs. Now, and there's also like a monthly thing. if you have enough of these master eggs, you can get like jelly relics, you get a monthly awakening orbs as well, and a few other things. Now, it's also, with this update, you should get the Joy Box update. This is where you can exchange your duplicate dupe items, what you have right here. You can see if I trade 3 of them items, I get these wing pendants, and you work these wing pendants up to getting a higher tier. Once you have a tier 5 wing pendant, you can automatically trade that for a meteor scroll or a healing scroll. So that's something you can do. So keep on, you can hold on to your duplicate joy box items for now. If you get a pair of 3, you can exchange them. I do love to farm as well, Mel. It's a consistent grind, my man. It's a really big grind. No, they're not useless. I know they are a waste of warehouse space right now, but hold on to them for now. Later on, you can exchange them. So it's up to you what you want to do. But they're not useless. Alright, everyone's here. Is there use for the freestyle weapons you get from the gacha? No. No, unfortunately there is not. You can straight away exchange them through Stardust. But just remember, when you do exchange them, you convert them into your points, and that point, the Stardust points, has a expiry date. Just remember that. But yeah, the freestyle ones aren't useful at all. I'm on you. Sorry, I'm also looking at it. Yeah, I hate to have it. So that's a funny story, because when I was playing the Japanese version, I didn't know that the Stardust expired. I had trouble reading it, and then I understood. But they just did a update or something, and I got like 60,000, 90,000 finally. And then it was on the next day that a big chunk of my Stardust expired, and I was like, what? My Stardust expires tomorrow, and like I just made it like a few hours beforehand, and I was like, whoa. I got very lucky by then, and then from there, I always remember. I always remember to tell people, Stardust expires, Stardust expires. What are you doing? Like you have to use it. You have to use your Stardust as much as you can. Oh, so I hate when this happens. Oh. Sorry, give me 1 sec. Come on, you. Connect, please. Yeah, it's very annoying how it expires, I must say. For you, here is so you want to really be a Aqua main, I believe. This is when you can promote her and Hayata's weapon into a 6-star weapon. Oh, rude. So that's really handy. Now, Aqua's weapon promoted into a 6-star weapon is actually pretty good. It's really useful for doing raid and special content. Hayata's weapon, on the other hand, is still good, but it's not as good as Aqua. Hayata's weapon has a special thing though. You have a recast ability, and in a certain amount of time, his recast ability, which is like a 6-star ultimate, he has 100% crit chance. And he does some pretty mad damage when he has that crit chance procced. Yes, so it needs to be fully evolution, fully leveled up, and fully awakened. So there is quite a few things you have to do before. Five-star weapons awakened to 6-star. Only a few 5-star weapons can be awakened into a 6-star weapon. Only a few. So here I have so here I have Zero, which is one of the first 6-star characters that can be promoted. Let's cover that up because my audio is not wanting to work. So Zero is one of the first promotable 6-star characters that comes to Fantasy Life Online. So first off, at that point, you have your max cap, which goes up to level 80. Then you must be fully awakened and fully evolved. From there, you have these goddess orbs down here. These goddess orbs can be traded from the goddess exchange, and they mainly come from boards. So you can be a free-to-play player and get these things very slowly. They do come out after some time though. Now, them red 6-star emblems there though, they are the hard part. I think they come out as a free-to-play player later on. You have to keep grinding. You do get some from special events, which is like the end game events, but you can buy these from item packs as well. So that's something there as well. It looks like an emo Glen. Yes, it is a emo Glen, but it's the meta Glen. And then you have your, oh, that's very big. Sorry. And then you have, this is one of the emblems. You can exchange your 6-star orbs if you get any for these character promotion emblems, but you are wasting a 6-star orb. So it depends what you want to do. So yeah, there's a few things. I just can't seem to get. Yes, it is possible to be a free-to-play player and not 100% pay to play, but you have to. It's just you have to wait. So because every time you do the event, like it was like every month or so, every 3 weeks to a month, there was a new event. But in the global one, it's probably every 2 weeks there's going to be a new event. So it may take you a few, not as long to get a fully awakened 6-star character. I mean, I know I did it just from playing the game. Yes, I paid a few packs to get these 6-star orbs and 6-star emblems so I can promote things, but you can also just play the game and get these rewards. It's time over money. Do you want to pay to get these things faster, or do you just want to grind it out and get it for free? That's all you're paying for. Yeah, it will take you a while to get it. Why? It doesn't want to connect. I don't know why. Very annoying. Maybe that's why. Okay. Now, once I get this connect, I will start doing my daily missions, and then I should probably head off. I hope this game can give me some whales who will keep it afloat. Yes, and stay alive online for a long time. Yes. It just takes a bit of time, doesn't it? So, I can't seem to get my sound to work. I do apologize. But for the last thing, before I end, I will be doing... I'll finish up by doing some of my daily missions. And then I must farewell you all. I'm not doing a 4 to 5 hour stream again. I mean, I nearly am. God damn it, every time. I always tell myself I'm going to go to bed early. But no. I always tell myself when I get home that if some of you notice me in the Discord, it's late at night. And then I'm always talking to someone and someone has a question. I'm like, and I always never go to bed on time. Every time. I always stay back. Thank you for being here again, Mel. I hope I entertained you in some way, and I hope I fulfilled a lot of your questions as well. I'm trying to get this to work. I won't have any sound for a little bit. Hey, Nagakuga's in the chat. No problem, man. Thank you. It's always a pleasure having you guys around. It was so nice. Everything's working. But you. Stop it. I must do my dailies before it finishes. Take it easy and keep it greasy, my friend. That's what I do. And I am on my weekend, and I'll try my best to actually make a new video. I wish I could save a couple more. It's like 10 a.m. for you guys. It's like 2:20 a.m. for me. It is idea. Dear in chat. Nice. You love send papayas. Yes, this man must be gifted the papayas. Oh, it's 5 p.m. Yeah, it's 5 p.m. for you, man. Easy. Connect. Ah. Unfortunately for me, when I stream at this time of day, I always have problems. It's always 2 o'clock. Always. Very annoying. I don't know why. 2 p.m. 2 a.m. every time. Disconnect times. I am just doing my dailies for now, everyone. I did quite a big grind for the event. I got to 25,000 points. Maybe not that much, but I got quite a few coins in the making. Wow. The technology part is a part of the entertainment. See? I meant to do this. I meant to do it. Thank you. Hey, Omega. You were in my party just before, I believe. Yeah, I saw you just before, my man. Oh, Stella. Hello. It's so nice seeing people I seen before. Ah, welcome back. Are you Go-Go Gang? Or were you all lay down gang? We all lay down gang apparently. Lay down gang. I really love the dance animations in this one. Last time, please, work. Accessory crafts, do you have? Please, more details. Oh, come on, man. It's not loving me. I really must fix this. Oh, we got a cliff. Snow there as well. And a quite, what is that? Nearly max away from Glen. The carry. Oh my gosh, let's go. Now, if you guys didn't know, for this actual map, you don't have to stand still. What you can do is you can keep walking, and it'll actually spawn all the mobs. Yeah, it's a little thing I've learned over the years. You don't have to go 1-to-1. If you can go further up and spawn all the enemies. Especially for this map. Walk up, spawn all the enemies, come down, and they'll come to you. It's quite handy to know. And also this map has some really nice sunbeam rays there as well. I'm sorry if my audio comes through my mic instead. We've got some snow there going off, everything. Thanks everyone. How did I get MVP? Oh, glad you enjoyed. No people know of that little tip there. Because you do that, you do the little owl one quite a bit. So yeah, you can walk straight up, and then if you have like snow chan or anything, they will come to you and just keep doing your AoEs. No. So for like that map, you don't have to do that. Why is my combo thing there? There we go. And my lucky last. Daily. Thank you, Apple Tree, for the like. Who is on today? Only a few people are on right now. Interesting. Oh, Ash, welcome. Welcome. You and your beautiful mustache as always. You guys need to get the go-go squad dance, guys. Come on. Alright. Enough silling around. Let's go. I can't. As soon as I see someone do the go-go squad animation, I have to do it. Just like, Wah! Must do it. That one did not last long. That was a very quick one, wasn't it? New record. Oh, shit. New record. Hey. Oh. Huntress has been matching. There we go. Got 28,500 points. I'll give you guys all a follow for them that join me this end. Loading, loading, loading. Come on. Now I finally do collect my dailies. I highly suggest that you do your dailies every day if you can, as getting the 15 diamonds can really add up. And even logging in, I believe on the day 70 today, I got, what? I think it was 20 gems or something. And then you get your happy coins, you can use them in your joy box, and then you get the gold keys. Now the gold keys over some time really does add up. You can go to the Goddess Exchange if you didn't know already to exchange your gold keys into platinum keys. Now over time, as I said, it really adds up. Right now I have 121 gold keys. If I exchange all of them, I can get 40 platinum keys. And the same with the silver ones as well. Now, especially when you get like your duplicate items, I highly recommend, if you do watch my stream, keep an eye out, because it's highly recommended that you don't exchange some of these, because these weapons can be exchanged into 6-star orbs later on. So, but mainly like your crafting weapons and whatnot, like your pickaxe, your miners and whatnot, if you don't really need double of them. Now that's my final little tip there. As always, it's always been a pleasure, and thank you. Thank you so much for watching me. I hope you had a good time watching me rant about future content as always and get distracted, as well as having difficulties in Australia for my internet at 2 o'clock every time. Now, if you are watching this, please note this, because next stream will be back on a Sunday, and I bet you some Master Stars at 2 o'clock, I will have a disconnect again. God damn it. Now, thank you again. I really hope to have some free time tomorrow maybe, and I'll focus on doing content instead of live streams. I do enjoy doing content with you guys very much, as you make me feel great. You're the best you're the best goose a goose. You're the best bread a goose could ask for. That's how I think of you. Now, as always, thank you again for watching. I will see you all on a Sunday. Until next time, Jarline there. Goose out. Quack. Bye.